By the summer of 1997, we had 2 houses up and running in Worcester. The house at 5052 Queen Street and the house at 22 Kingsbury Street. At this point, I was living at the Jesuit community at Holy Cross and working full-time with Matthew 25. But in that summer, I got a call from the academic vice president at Boston College who said that there was a Jesuit chaplain at BC Law School who was retiring and moving on. I'm a graduate of BC Law School, so he immediately thought of me as somebody who could fill that position. So he called me and asked me if I'd be interested in taking it on. And I told him I would talk it over with my family and my religious superiors and get back to him. But I had a very positive experience at BC Law as a student, and I really was interested. He was apologetic at the time because he said it's only a half-time position. I said, well, actually that works out quite well because that means the other half of my time I could continue working with Matthew 25. So to make a long story short, I went out to BC for interviews. I was hired to take that position at BC Law School on a half-time basis. And I realized that if I were going to be moving from Worcester to Boston, that we would need someone in Worcester to handle Matthew 25 on a day-to-day basis, Monday through Friday. So that's when it became clear to me that we would need somebody to be the Worcester Area Director for Matthew 25. At that time, we had a pretty successful formula that we had developed both with the Queen Street House and the Kingsbury Street House. We had wonderful support from Worcester Technical High School, providing us with very skilled carpentry services and electrical services, plumbing and heating services, and the talent of their painting and decorating department. And we also had, by that time, a very nice network of benefactors who were helping us to buy the materials that we needed for these splendid volunteers. So that was working quite well, and I wanted that to be able to continue. So in order for that to continue, and I was going to be going off to Boston College to work half-time at the law school, I needed somebody in Worcester to be the Worcester Area Director. And that's when we started the search for our first Worcester Area Director for Matthew 25.